Left to itself, the facility reverts to minimal power, chiefly battery-powered security systems. It can sustain itself almost indefinitely.
Is this the case? Will we actually find salvation? Will we find some sort of electronics to assist us here? Who knows? You know what we won't find? Raptors. Guess what was supposed to be here? Raptors. Yeah, it's a common thread, common theme in this sad tale of Trespasser. Oh, what could have been? What could have been? I could have been attacked right here. But no, look at this. Perfect space, a perfect empty room for raptors to live in. Animal control. Yeah, that would have been perfect. Look at that. Animal control, and then there's an animal in the animal control room. So you got to kill the animal to get past it to get the guns. That would have been heart-thumpingly awesome. But nope. All this empty space. All this rusted, mossed-over space just glossed over by the developers because they ran out of time. Very tragic. Very tragic. But I shouldn't be one to speak. I've never made a video game in my life. Actually, that's not true. I made 2 video games. One was one build of the game, and then another was kind of the sequel to that game, but it was more like just another build of it, and it was Arathian Knights, and it was an RPG made through RPG Maker. But a game on this scale, I've never taken a crack at, and even when I was programming that game, I wasn't first-hand programming it. No, I was just the story developer, so you know, all these ideas and words that fall out of my face, I translated those into some sort of story for my friends to program. So I have no comprehension of how difficult it is to get these mechanics to work so well. As gamers, I feel we take things for granted. You know, there are so many great video games out there, like Mario Bros. And, you know, like a lot of other stuff. A lot of indie developed games out there too now are really top tier. So, you know, it's easy for us to take it for granted to say, oh, what's wrong? Why is your game horrible? Why does everything suck? This is unacceptable. Why am I even playing this game? And it comes down to, you don't even know how hard it is to program these mechanics. You don't even know how intricate it is to make Mario's jump as satisfying as it is every single game. Do you even know the processes and mathematical equations needed to get that to be proper? I don't know them. You probably don't either, unless you are a game developer, and then my hats are off to you, and good luck, sir or madam, because I can only tell stories. I can't really program. But, you know, a definite issue with this game was the lack of time given to the developers. So, what I forgot about going to the visitor center is, first, we got to visit the Lord's house. That's right, got to go to church. Got to pray for our asses to be saved by guns or maybe a helicopter, something to save us. And there's nothing under here. I thought there was supposed to be a weapon, unless I'm missing it, but now it's just a point to get stuck in. Great. But this dilapidated church has more than just a couple of religious puns in it. Yes, it's got a key card, which we need to continue on throughout this level. And I think it is back here. Nope. Well, there's this weapon, which is
5 shots.
A one-hit KO weapon. I don't think that's even an official gun. But it doesn't matter what you shoot, what part of the dinosaur you shoot, rather. It matters what you shoot. If you shoot a rock, you're not going to kill a rock. It's just a rock. But shooting at any point at the dinosaur, not even a headshot, you could have a knee shot, you could have a toe shot. Doesn't matter. As long as it's shot, it's dead. So that's one of my favorite guns. Doesn't have a whole lot of ammo, and it's understandable because it's very overpowered. But again, why are we having this super overpowered gun when there's only a couple of raptors to deal with? I mean, there's not even an Albertosaurus or anything in this town. And I guess you could say, well, DeoGenZ, that does make sense because only small predators would have been able to get past the gate security or something. I don't even know how the raptors got in here. To be honest, I really don't have any clue, because there are gates all around this complex, and while we were able to crawl through without much struggle and strife, I don't know if a raptor would be able to crawl through a pipe. It's not a snake. It's a giant dinosaur. Actually, the raptors weren't so giant. You know, I think that the velociraptors we're seeing here are a over-representation of their size, I do believe. I'm taking a guess because I could have swore I've seen image diagrams comparing velociraptor size to humans, and I think they were only like maybe waist high. Like, they weren't that big, but they were vicious, and again, they were pack hunters, supposedly. How do we know this? I don't know. I really, I'm not sure how scientists in the paleontological world always come up with their theories, especially on complex things like animal behavior, when you only have bones and fossils and rocks. It's damn difficult to discern anything from that kind of data collection. But, you know, it's just another one of those things, another one of those mysteries of life that I don't understand, but I do comment upon like an armchair quarterback.
Building the town was hard. Costa Rican contractors were competent people, but they had to be transported, fed, housed, and afterwards bound to silence.
It's like that Twilight Zone episode where he's in this town with no people, and the guy's really an astronaut.
Then I found out that a lot of archaeologists aren't really being used for that purpose. A lot of them, since they have intimate knowledge of the geological space, they know how to deal with dirt. A lot of them are hired by oil companies to go spec out new oil fields. And that, my friends, was not what I wanted to do with my paleontology degree. I didn't want to go work for some oil baron because nobody was interested in finding bones. I just want to, you know, be a fossil hunter that doesn't have to do it for a living, truth be told, and just do it as a passion. But, you know, I'm finding through doing YouTube videos, a lot of continuing to do your passion without people bothering you is making it somehow profitable. And even if that is like selling the fossils I find, maybe that could be a means for making those trips. Who knows? Let's see, anything useful on this clipboard? Evacuation items. Okay, secure the gates. Get the front door key from Wu's house. And gate access. North gate. LaFonte has the west. John Hammond has all. Alright, cool. So in the last run of this game that I did, I actually went through John Woo's home by hitting these switches here and unlocking his door. But I think I might actually do a different method. I might do something a tad different. Okay, so I believe that's what you had to do, is turn on everything. And this is just a giant empty space. No outlets, no nothing. Just giant empty space. Why not? Not like there's a raptor going to be there or anything like that. We're completely safe inside a building.
As I write this, tiles are cracking, smeared with windblown dirt and animal tracks. Thick tree roots are pushing up through the asphalt. The island settles itself, beginning to erase all trace of us.
It's a shame that it don't work right. Oh well. I don't even know if I need this gun. No, I don't. I think, really, that's all the raptors there are. We already triggered the restaurant event in the previous episode. And I don't think there are any dinosaurs in John Hammond's backyard or in Henry Wu's place. So I think we don't even really need this, but what the hell. Might as well bring it with us. It's another complaint I have about the game in where it puts its ammo. I mean, I guess it makes sense that there's a ton of guns in the town, but it seems as though there's an uneven balance of where the guns are placed. So far, it's been pretty well balanced. I mean, as far as finding enough ammo to shoot dinosaurs in the field, I would have opted for maybe a couple more firearms, but it's later on in this game where you see that a lot of the weapons become sparse, and we end up doing a lot more running than gunning. And it starts to grind on my nerves. I hate to say it, but it does. Really does. Doesn't rub me the right way, and to have all these guns here is sort of like a slap in the face, saying, oh, don't you wish you had a bag or a backpack so you could carry all these firearms? If you were in survival mode, that's what you'd do. But since this is locked, I think next episode we're going to see the box puzzle method of getting into John Hammond's home instead of going by keycard through Dr. Wu's home.